I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. We actually met in Paris. I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was, yeah, for the release of your of Table of Context.
Yeah.
Or I think you were about to do a show or something.
Yeah, I remember. I remember
Yeah,
that. It's good to
cool.
see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. So this interview is basically just to know more about everything that has been going on for you over the past 2 years. Your music has been streamed, I don't know, millions of times. You've been collaborating for a lot of people. I've seen this collaboration with John Mayer and John Legend, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. You're correct.
Yeah, some of your songs have been used for, I think, TV shows and a movie. And your debut album is out, so yeah, a lot of stuff. First question, how do you feel about all these amazing experiences?
Feels amazing. I mean, it feels like I'm able to express myself in this way and continue to sort of like grow my platform and hopefully reach just people who
Yeah,
genuinely appreciate what I do and I think like I'm excited to tour again and I think like be able to also connect with people that way because I think that's a really important I guess element to the experiencing my music. So
definitely.
yeah, I think that's really I don't know, I can't really say much more than that. I'm excited to like put more music out and experience that and collaborate and express myself in what I'm doing because this
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
what I
yeah.
love to do. So
Cool. Good to hear that. I just forgot to ask you. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do it, but because I would like to have our two, like my big head as well in the video. Oh, maybe I can record like this. I have our two faces. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
amazing.
Cool, man. So yeah, I think too that it is amazing that you're able to express yourself that way and that so many things happen to you because I've read, I don't know where, that only maybe 4 years ago, just before that Cold War released, you didn't really think that being a singer could be something that you could actually do, you know? Is it
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, I didn't because I don't know. I didn't really think I could record my voice the right way or make it sound good. I just didn't know how. So it's been the last 4 years that I've obviously learned that. So this album has I think pushed me to also just be a little bit more expressive in my voice than I ever was in any of my other songs. I think I was afraid to sing in certain ways, like high pitched and you
Mm,
know, kind of doing all these like things and I feel like I've leaned into it obviously now more than I had in the past. So
mm.
it's fun. It's cool. I'm excited to be like a little bit more comfortable than I ever was doing
Okay.
this.
And how did you work on this album? Because I know you are a musician and a singer, but so did you produce everything? Did you work with many people? Like, can you tell me more about, just the creative process of Deadpan Love?
Absolutely. So it was really collaborative. I produced, I guess you could say I executive produced the album. So every song
Okay.
I I put the final touches on myself, but I definitely collaborated with a lot of producers and a few songwriters, and then yeah, just kind of put it all together in a way where it felt like okay, this is like perfectly right for me, and you know the track order and everything was important to me almost as much as the songs that I put on the album.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, it was definitely collaborative, and it wasn't a lot of the same people. It was pretty
Okay.
widespread. So I kind of just picked and choose where I needed certain things, and I worked with certain people because I knew it could play to their strengths. You know,
Mm,
like
mm.
on like Roots, I actually didn't produce that much of at all. I did most of the vocal production, obviously, and then but the beat and like everything inside the beat was like 90% someone else.
But you got your eyes down. You say you're gonna leave. Got a clean house. Just another
it was interesting process because I hadn't really done anything like that until this album.
You were mentioning the importance of the track list, and I think to me, when I listen to the album, I think there is two different sides on the album, two different parts.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, the first half is quite bright and, you know, with some R&B funk sounds, and then there is the second half, which is more, I don't know, down tempo, acoustic, a little bit colder maybe.
Yeah,
So yeah,
cold.
it was it was a conscious choice of yours, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
I did that because I don't know, like I genuinely felt like there's two different sides to I mean there's more than two sides, but you know what I mean? Like I felt like I didn't want my debut album to just be like a song of sad songs or a song or like an album of super fast tempo, big bright songs, you know? And so I felt like I wanted the, you know, tracks 9 through 14 to sort of sound a little different than tracks 8, you know, 1 through 8. And
Okay.
like I sort of purposely broke it too with a little skit. So
Yeah.
like that's kind of yeah, that felt like a very conscious decision for me because I just yeah, and I think also some fans of mine are into certain different sounds that I do, you know, and so if you want to just kind of listen to the second half, that's cool. If you want to listen to the
Yeah.
first, that's cool too. But like
Yeah, that's
I did that on purpose. I think from 1 to 14, I think it's also sort of like a natural progression in sort of like yeah, the mood and
mm.
the color of the album.
You know, I think the whole album has something about duality in the sounds, but also in the lyrics, even if the title itself, like Deadpan Love.
It's a paradox. Yeah.
Yes, there's very like optimistic things, but there's also like more cynical things in the album. So can you tell me more, yeah, about that, about this duality that we can definitely feel in this debut album?
Yeah, so I mean, I think that so much of my experience as a person living in the world who I think sees a lot of different things and experiences a lot of different things,
Mm,
I I I realize how much of, you know, the things that we experience can feel very harsh and kind of like extreme, and there's so many things that are like happening in the world that are terrible to like good people, and then there's also a lot of things that are happening that don't make any sense, and I think that like the absurdity of the world
yeah.
is something that none of us can control, and so I wanted to address that in the context of relationships and in the context of my identity. So that
Mm,
for me was the idea of sort of this deadpan kind of stare that you see on the cover of my album.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
but then also on top of that, I have these tears coming down my eyes. So it's like, okay, so like my face looks very stoic and cold, but then I have these tears on my eyes. And so like that is the love side of it, the empathetic, the compassionate, the earnest side of who I am as a person. And so like I wanted these things to almost feel like you're saying, like this sort of like juxtaposition to
Mm,
the feelings that I have as an artist and as a person. And I think yeah, through my lyrics, I feel like I can sort of be sarcastic and cynical, but then like at my heart, I think I'm a very earnest and like compassionate person. So I wanted to address both sides of that because I think like, you know, you can literally just decide that nothing matters and, you know, might as well just kill yourself. But like if you give yourself meaning, if you give life meaning actively, if you actively try,
mm.
you know, things can sometimes be different. So I really firmly believe that as a person. And so I try I try to do that in the music that I make. You know, I don't think anything is perfect. I think there's a lot of things that are wrong, but I think I also have to give things meaning. Otherwise, like I might as well end it all, you know, or we might as well end it all, which I don't want to do. So I
Yeah,
think it's like
me
it's
neither.
it's I'm having these very difficult like thoughts or conversations with myself. And so I just like I wanted to excuse me, bring that into the fold of the meaning and the title.
So we were saying that this album was about identity and relationships. I was wondering, is the fact that you are now something that, you know, people know in the streets, that you're famous now, did it affect your relationship with people? Did it change a lot of that?
It does. It certainly does. I mean, like, I think I guess I get recognized maybe like once or twice a month now, maybe 3 times a month. I don't know. But like, it definitely is something that I realize is a thing, but I don't think it changes who I am at all. Like, I'm very like, I feel like I'm gonna just be who I am, regardless of what happens to me in the context of my fame. But
Yeah.
um
You didn't change to me. Like, I really remember the interview of 2 years ago, and I think you're really like the same person,
oh
very calm, very like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think you didn't change, but I
uh,
don't know you personally, but that's the impression I have right now. So
cool. Well, that's great to know. Yeah, I don't I
yeah.
definitely don't I think it's just too difficult. Like, I think it's like not too difficult, but like I just can't see myself trying to put on a
Mm,
air or something about me, because that's just not who I am. And I think the people who do that are cowards. So like, I'm not a coward.
mm,
I
mm.
could, I could be a lot of things, but I'm not like gonna be out here pretending that I'm not something. So I guess for me, I just, you know, I try to express myself in the way that I do,
Mm.
and I hope that people can see my soul, in what I do, and beyond that, if you see me on the street, I'll say what's up. But like,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
What is your favorite song of the album? Can you pick one? Because I want
picking
to
one,
know.
difficult,
I
but
know.
um,
Or maybe just today. What is your favorite song of today? Because I know it can change
yeah, it
on
definitely
the
changes.
mood. So yeah.
I think the most personal song on the album was probably Spinner.
Yeah. So when do you wanna give it up? When do you wanna stop? It's all up to you this time. You don't gotta go anywhere. I'm in a slow down and I can hear a sound. If you've done your worst, then I guess I'll take your best now.
Okay.
Just because it relates so heavily to just like my experience as an artist, and sort of like, the idea of like spinning the truth about the ones you care about. It's like, when you're a musician, when you're an artist, it's like you're constantly like reinventing yourself. You're constantly trying to do
Mm.
something new, and it's not always how people maybe perceive it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's all. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But I also love Dying in the Subtlety. That's probably one of my favorites. So I don't know. Depends on the day.
Of the day, yeah. Well, I have a last question for you, which is
Yes.
more like a general question about your relationship to music. The question is, what would you say that you have found in music that you've never found in any other way of expression, like any other form of expression?
Um, any other form of expression? I guess music. Music is, I think, the one art form that can completely change people's lives, like the largest amount, I would say, by the largest amount. Like, obviously, like art, like physical art and things like that can change people's perceptions of reality, but I think music is the largest form of, like, yeah, expression. I think it's the largest form of expression, like creative expression, that exists on the planet, I guess.
Did it change your life?
Did it change my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It 100% changed my life. Yeah, I would not be talking to you right now if it wasn't for
Yes,
you.
it's true.
So
Yeah.
it's an important element of, I think, everyone's lives, but it's also the least important element of everyone's lives because we take it for
Yeah,
granted. We take it for granted. So
that's true. That's true. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kushus. I was
yeah.
so happy to talk to you again.
Oh
And
yeah, good to see you again.
I wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, see you soon. Take care.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.